Hey guys, welcome back to another Susie Reacts. I hope everybody is having a good morning or afternoon or evening. It is early morning right now, but I gotta get it in. I am an early riser. We watch the fun, weird, crazy, and interesting here and question everything. And I do mean a bit of everything here. Keep it interesting. Hopefully something that you find that you enjoy. If you do enjoy the video, please subscribe and like, and feel free to comment. I love being in the comments and interacting with you guys. But I just recently found out, if people like and subscribe, it helps the algorithm. It helps you get out there. I did not know that. I just post the videos, and when people find them and they join, I'm just thrilled. But you guys can help also, so that is interesting, and I will put that in your hands, please and thank you. The video is for entertainment purposes only, so let's get into it.
Done it. They figured out where our soul goes when we die.
Scientists in Russia have confirmed that they now know what happens to you after you die. I'm not talking about your body, your spirit, if you like, your consciousness. If you don't know, Russia's largest tech company, Vladtech, have spent the last 10 years creating an interface to your brain that somehow embeds a code into every atom of you. So when you die, they can then locate that code within you, and it's like an Apple AirTag, but on a more expensive, grander level. So they can basically see where your electricity, spirit and memories go to. And they call it a SIC code, soul identity code or something like that. And what they discovered was the first volunteer who passed away, they followed his code, but lost it because it was travelling faster than anything they can record. An hour later, when the computers caught up and refreshed, if you like, the SIC code settled in another galaxy called, I've written it down somewhere, Jade's GSZ140, which is over 1 billion light years away. It's one of the furthest galaxies that we know of. And apparently the scientists don't know why it stopped there. Do we all go there? What's it doing there? I'm speechless.
I don't know, you guys. What do you think about that one? I don't think they've done that they know where our soul goes. It does freak me out a bit that they're talking about code and all of this, and I just don't know that I'm buying that one. What about you?
Look at all those little dots.
Yeah, what are you seeing?
These are all the satellites, I'm assuming.
Those are just Starlink satellites.
Those are just Starlink.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
And astronomers are getting kind of worried about this. So SpaceX has put well over 7,000 Starlink satellites into space since 2019. Their goal is to have more than 40,000, and they're not the only ones who want to do this. So this is one of those proper hockey stick charts. It shows the annual number of objects launched into space.
Yeah, wow.
And this is just the beginning. So China has 2 projects planned that would add at least 20,000 more satellites. Amazon wants their own network, the EU, AT&T. If they all get their way, there would be hundreds of thousands of satellites in low Earth orbit. I mean, the thing that's a little misleading with these graphics is the dots are not to scale.
Of course.
But we are talking about a massive amount of stuff orbiting the Earth, and these projects are going to get the whole world online. But they bring some challenges. SpaceX has been pretty good about working with astronomers to try to reduce the reflectivity of their satellites. But a group of radio astronomers published a letter saying that the second generation Starlink satellites are leaking 30 times more radio waves than the first generation. The thing that I think is kind of ironic is that these networks are called satellite constellations, which if astronomy becomes harder and harder, I feel like that's just an unnecessary jab at the people trying to look at the real stars.
Satellite constellations. Also, with the UK trying to block out the sun, how does that work? I feel like everything we're coming across and hearing just does not make sense. And then I'm further questioning, why? That is crazy. It's just a shell, and it's still got it going. What are they doing to us? Parasite cleanse, man. Not medical advice, but parasite cleanses.
What the fuck is that? Am I losing my goddamn mind? What the fuck is that?
Is it a balloon? No. No. It's way too big. A lantern? No. No, what? I don't know, you guys. What is that?
What the fuck?
I want to say like maybe a balloon drifting or a lantern, but it kind of went this way and then that way again. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. That is crazy. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's AI or not. Like, what? Okay, look, what if it's not? What is that? Why? Why is that? I've never seen that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it's real or not, but if it is, that's new.
English, for
This
the most
can't
part,
be true,
is black magic.
right?
Information. They give us all the information. Well, break it into 2 syllables. Info, information. I'm going to put you in formation. You're going to follow me by the information I give you.
That's deep.
That's the magic that they use, right? They use the English language, politician, magician. You ever thought about that? Politicians are basically ishins, magicians, with words. Word sorcery.
In words, if you put a S before it, is sword.
Sword. Cellular phone. Cellular connection. Cellular, our cells connecting. Transhumanism. It's all right in front of us, and they know it.
You get put in prison, you get put in a cell, and you're charged. You charge a cell.
Words have so much power because they have a lot of frequency in them. I mean, read the Bible. Yes, you may not be Christian, you may not be religious, but God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. He said a word, and it turned on.
It's cryptic, hidden. Cryptic, hidden.
So, crypt. What is a crypt? It's a tomb.
Tomb, yeah.
Tomb, okay. So I'm going to go back to this. In 1666, what did they deem everyone to be? Dead at sea. The fire of 1666 in London, everyone was deemed to be dead at sea. Dead man. Currency. Dead at sea. Currency. We run on what they call maritime law or admiralty law. Citizenship. And crypto is what? Cryptic money, cryptocurrency, dead man's currency. Go look up what the definition of persons is in Black's Law. Person actually stands for corporation. All of your mail that comes from banks comes with your names in capital letters because it's corporate law. You're considered to be a what? A corporation, which is a corporation dead or alive.
The court.
Dead. Corp. Yes, it's a corp. And the only reason governments can go into debt is because why? Well, because they are pulling bonds on all of the dead people.
Mortgage means death pledge. Mortgage is death. And Black Law, human is monster. And
Monster.
That's why you got monster, so you could get your job for your corporation to pay the taxes.
We live in the biggest Ponzi scheme I have ever experienced in my life.
BTC, if you add that up with numbers, TC equals 32. It equals 322, which is the secret society number. That goes back to the Pirates of the Caribbean because it goes back to the whole water thing and the currency. Everything in finance is maritime law and based off water. You have a riverbank, and that's why you have a bank. You got cash flow. You got liquid assets. If you're in debt, you're underwater. So XRP, it's named Ripple. That's a water, and it's a bridge currency. So it's a bridge.
That
Wait,
English, for the
this
most
can't
part,
be true.
is black.
I really do believe that. I didn't know some of that. I knew, like, I've heard of some of that, not all of that. But yeah, I do believe words have power. Like, how could some word, or any words, but how can words like make you feel, like you're fluttering in love and you just, or the opposite, like really, really hurt you, affect you emotionally, like your heart can hurt? Words have power. Yeah, I do believe that 100%. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh, I love it. Does anybody actually own, what is that, a parrot? I'm not even sure. Um, I was gonna say I feel like I would do really well with that pet. But then the other side is, do they stop? How do you make them stop? Like, what if it's bedtime and they're singing? That would drive me crazy. I don't know. I'm not a bird owner, but I could definitely vibe and be singing all day long with my pet. Sounds crazy, but yeah.
Self-Made Man is out today and is about Nora's 18 months living as Ned.
I wanted to enter male spheres of interest and see how men are with each other. I wanted to make friends with men. I wanted to know how male friendships work from the inside out. And I was amazed because you think of women, we're so nice, we're so easy, men are so mean. Complete opposite.
Nora came to see that between men, intimacy is sadly lacking.
There's a tremendous potential for tenderness between men, and I'm not sure that it's always realized, and it's terribly sad.
Nora, as Ned, also went on about 30 dates with women.
Did you have any fun?
Rarely.
It was just an
pretty
ordeal.
Unpleasant. Yeah.
She says the pressure of Ned having to prove himself was grueling. Nora was surprised that many women had no interest in a soft, vulnerable man.
My prejudice was that the ideal man is a woman in a man's body. And I learned, no, that's really not. There are a lot of women out there who really want a manly man. And the thing is, we don't have to do the part where you cross the room and you go up to a stranger and say the first words. And those first words are so hard to say without sounding like a cheese ball. They don't get to show the weakness. They don't get to show the affection, especially with each other. And so often all of their emotions are shown in rage.
Identity, she concluded, was not something to play around with.
When you mess around with that, you really mess around with something that you need that helps you to function. And I found out that gender lives in your brain, and it's something much more than costume. And I really learned that the hard way. Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy, they need our love, and they need each other more than anything else. They need to be together.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue. No idea.
Wow. Like, I can really admire her for wanting to do that and try to connect or understand the divide. And it's really sad because I've heard this story of Nora, and I know that sometime later, because of like the psychological stress of it, she did unalive herself. But I really love the steps she took. Like, who would do that? And some people might think it's crazy, but I really admire that, wanting to understand men better. Like, I feel like both sides we really do need to support each other. But the world is like such a competition, and there's so much divide. And I think every day, everybody should just be in competition with themselves. Every day I get up, I just want to be better than I was yesterday. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I want to be better than yesterday. But I really love that story. What about you? Yay, nay? I really liked it.
ChatGPT, does drinking water from copper change it in any way, scientifically?
Yes. Drinking water from copper containers can change the water scientifically due to a process called oligodynamic effect, where copper ions are released into the water. This effect has both potential health benefits and safety considerations. Scientific changes in water stored in copper. 1. Antimicrobial properties. Copper has antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral properties. Studies have shown that storing water in copper containers for several hours can kill harmful bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella, making the water safer to drink. This has been validated by research published in journals on water sanitation and public health. 2. Mineral infusion. Copper ions leach into the water in trace amounts. This process can provide a small dose of copper, which is an essential micronutrient for functions like forming red blood cells, boosting immunity, and supporting brain health. 3. pH balance and alkalinity. Water stored in copper vessels may become slightly alkaline due to ion exchange, which some claim helps neutralize acidity in the body, though this claim is less scientifically established. Safety considerations. Excess copper risk. Too much copper can be toxic, causing copper toxicity, symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and liver damage. The EPA's safe limit for copper in drinking water is about 1.3 milligrams per liter. Duration of storage. Storing water for 8 to 12 hours in a pure copper vessel can maximize its antimicrobial effects, but longer storage can increase copper levels beyond safe limits. Conclusion. Storing water in copper containers can provide scientifically supported health benefits due to its antimicrobial properties and mineral infusion. However, regular monitoring of copper intake is essential to avoid toxicity. Would you like to explore specific studies on this?
No, thank you.
So for videos like that, again, I have to say, not medical advice. I did purchase a copper water bottle. Actually, everybody in the house has one now. But I do that. I will let it sit overnight. I drink it. One of the things I am always on and off with is a tooth pain that I get. And when I'm using my copper water bottle, it helps. I don't know how exactly. I just know that it helps and I feel better. So not medical advice, but I love my copper water bottle. I use it all the time. I got it in the kitchen right now because I got to clean it, and it is fabulous. That's all I can say.
You ever wondered how the Amish keep food cold without electricity? They use a brilliant cooling system called a Zeerpot that requires no power whatsoever. This ancient technology dates back to Egyptian times and can maintain temperatures around 40 degrees Fahrenheit, even in hot weather. Creating your own Zeerpot refrigerator is surprisingly simple. You'll need 2 unglazed terracotta pots of different sizes, with the smaller one fitting inside the larger, with about 1 to 2 inches of space between them. You'll also need sand, water, and a cloth cover. Place the smaller pot inside the larger one and fill the gap between them with sand. Pour water into the sand until it's completely saturated. Place your food in the inner pot and cover with a damp cloth. As the water in the sand evaporates, it pulls heat from the inner chamber through a process called evaporative cooling. For maximum efficiency, place your Zeerpot in a shaded, breezy area and re-wet the sand 1 to 2 times daily. This simple device can extend the shelf life of vegetables from 2 days to nearly 2 weeks in hot weather. The Amish have preserved countless self-sufficiency techniques that most Americans have forgotten.
I'm so jelly right now. That is so awesome. Wait, is it real? It's gotta be real, right? Yeah, okay. I love it. For a minute, I'm like, wait, am I ordered right now? But oh my gosh, I'm so jelly.
Hey, Corporal's a hack. Hey. Listen, I heard something crazy, okay?
What's that?
That you can't have any window tints in British Columbia. Is that true?
Correct. No tinted windows on your driver's side and front passenger and including...
Okay, what about like 5%, 10%?
Zero tint in British Columbia on the driver's side and front passenger.
How much is it?
$109 fine.
Okay, what if I bought the car like that, I'm not going to spend the money, I'm going to keep it. Now what?
It's your responsibility as an owner of the vehicle to make sure your vehicle is in compliance with British Columbia Motor Vehicle Act.
Oh, that's crazy. All right, thanks, Corey.
Now you know.
So insane. Even 5%, which is like that. Barely, you can only tell that it's tinted because it's like your windshield is slightly clearer than your two front windows, passenger and driver. I'm just saying it's spring and summer. So I wonder how many people are just going to drive with those front windows down until September, October. I mean, maybe people might just do that.
Help me get this out. Share, share, share. What you're seeing is the sun leaving New Zealand and the sun coming to the UK at the same time live on TikTok. And I'm going to show you how this works. This is Gleason's map. This is New Zealand right here. You see? Australia, Europe, the UK. Pay attention. I'm going to show you how the sun works. This is New Zealand. The UK is over here. This is Mr. Sun, right here. Boop. We have North America, we have South America, Australia, and Africa's over here, and the white ring that goes around us is Antarctica. You see our sun moving? You barely see moon right here, but the sun is on the equator, same with moon, and it's going around our home, east to west, like it's done since the beginning of time. The dark side, the shaded side, represents night, and there's 3 lines right here. You have your summer solstice, you have your equator, and you have your winter solstice. The sun, as it travels around our home, will also come in for the summer solstice and goes back out for the winter solstice, which is why the birds fly south for the winter. This map is extremely important, otherwise they wouldn't use it as their logo. And I will show you. Summer solstice, winter solstice. Message me and I will get this over to you. You can find it at Yale University. The World Health Organization uses it as their logo. This was started in the 1940s. There it is close up with the serpent. Here's the United Nations, also funded in the 1940s. The World Meteorological Organization uses it, also founded in the 1940s. The International Civil Aviation Organization, also founded in the 1940s. And the International Maritime Organization, founded in the 1940s. It's time to wake up. They changed everything at the turn of the 19th century. Help me get this out, share.
So I just wanted to blow that up so you guys could see their names. That is Sunny and Oddmat72, both of who I interact with and I am friends with on TikTok. I missed that live, but I got to give a shout out to Sunny and Matt because I think that was brilliant to do live on TikTok to show the sun both in New Zealand and the UK, or leaving and coming. Like that was, I wish I would have caught that one. I think that is just, what an amazing thought to do. And from what I've heard, when I did go into TikTok the other night, people were blown away and loved it, that it was fabulous. But I did miss it. I'll have to catch the video. So I blew it up. If you are, you know, aware and, or you're curious and you want to follow them or see what they're doing, fantastic gentlemen. I love that. I'm, again, wish I caught that live because I think that is amazing. And I know it is a controversial subject. So that is also something that happens there in TikTok and I'm sure everywhere else. But I definitely had to share that. I thought that was awesome. Oh, we saw one of these a couple weeks ago. A little different. Wait, is that real? I want to say AI. The only reason I have some doubt is because like those red ones, we see very similar ones like that on the island that come out of the ocean. They're a bit orange. So that's the only reason why I'm like, this summer I plan to spend a lot of time on the beach in the evening, because every year when we do beach fires or we go down somewhere along the beach and we stay out there for hours, we see that all the time. So maybe I could get footage this year. I don't know. It is hard when it's really dark and you see them far away, but you absolutely can see them. We are not the only people down at the beach who have seen them. So I don't know. That's the only reason I have a little bit of like, I don't know. What do you think? That could absolutely be AI for this one. But I've seen something similar to like those red ones, so.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on?
What's your name?
D.
D, I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Chicago.
Okay, Chicago. Nice, man. Throw these on for me, and then tell me if you can hear all this. Are you feeling more melodic or upbeat?
Melodic.
Melodic. Let's do it. I gotta stay now. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or 100 years. Need a place to hide outside. I can't find my fear. Need to feel alive. Isn't it lovely? All alone, heart made of glass, my mind of stone. Tear me to pieces, skin and bones. Hello, welcome home. Isn't it lovely? Love, 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 love. Isn't it lovely? All alone.
Man, I really love that. This world is filled with so many talented individuals. Dude, if I came across him on the Seawalk or wherever, you're not getting me out of that chair. I'd be like, another, encore, another. Like, guy, I love it.
Hey, hey! All right. Hey.
Late for work, but I had to turn around. When I saw he had jeans on, I was like, I know, I gotta get a picture of this for my mama. My mama raises chickens.
What made you turn around? I did. I'm intrigued by it.
How? My question is, how did you get the pants on this chicken or rooster? How? I'd be so afraid to be attacked. Oh no. Oh no. Gone.
Bro, what the is my hat on, bro?
Oh.
Bro, it's not hanging on nothing. There's nothing right here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Protesting. She said a whole rooster. Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, protesting. Do not order chicken here. That is crazy. People can't actually live in those right now, right? Like, it's got to be an evacuated area, except the road right behind it. I just saw a car go by. So I don't know. That is insane.
So stay on it now.
Is that a shark?
Stay on your board. Stay on it. You okay? Holy shit.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
This is called the Eno. It's a full self-driving tiny taxi robot that can carry up to 3 people at once.
There's also a ton of technology packed in. In addition to the cameras here, there's 3D LiDAR sensors here and 2D ones underneath down here, as well as lights for nighttime, an emergency stop button. That is a lot of tech packed into one tiny package.
Oh, they stand.
So this is called the Eno.
I mean, I guess it's something you can use. You probably wouldn't want to go too far on it, but I don't know. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. You're always seeing something over there that you're not seeing over here.
Well, if anybody out there is curious how the pollen count is going here in Georgia, let me just give you a little look. I'd say it's high.
Oh my gosh.
I'd say it's a lot.
Definitely somewhere you do not want to be if you have allergies. I can't believe how much that is. That's crazy. We get that here where it looks like it's snowing and our yards are covered in pollen. We're not there yet. That's crazy.
Every nightmarish creature from Australia, because that's where you can find this guy, the long-necked turtle, also known as a snake-necked turtle. Obviously, these guys have the longest necks in the turtle world, with it being as long or slightly longer than its shell. These are a type of side-necked turtles that bend their neck sideways to get it back into their shell, kind of like a snake. Hence the name. The more you know.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Total benefits of having a beard, I guess, but that looked so funny. Love it.
Jesus.
Stop. Oh my god. Come here. Where is he? Hi. Come on. Hi, little fella.
What is that?
Hi. Oh my god, that's what's attached to you. Come here.
Wait, that's a possum. Like, possums are different in the States. They're like creepy little rat things. That was really cute. That's a possum? What? I've never tried that. I never try those machines because I never win anything on machines. But that they might be onto something with that. Maybe. Oh, no way. Oh, no. Yeah, for sure. Her face. What? I'm confused. You saw the card was not a banking card. Was it in between two cards? Maybe it was in between two cards. Oh. I love that. Whoa. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. All right, you guys, I am going to end it there. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I will meet you in the comments. I always enjoy the interaction there. If you enjoyed the video even a little bit, please like and subscribe, and let's help get the channel out there. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to question everything, and until next time, stay safe.